Well, another male feminist has been accused of sexual assault. This time it was Aziz Ansari, and this girl who's obviously anonymous, right, has accused him of, like, taking advantage of her, etc., which is bullshit if you read the actual story. Like, she went on a date with the guy, was flirting with him, etc., went to his house. It's like, what's going to happen when I go to some guy's house? I wonder, right? And nothing sexual, etc. And, they start making out. She went down on him multiple times. Like, he was trying to, like, have sex with her, but she was like, no, I don't want to, etc. And then he eventually, like, called her a cab so she could go home. But, this is clearly nonsense. She's not going to bring it to, criminal allegations, etc. And she's even like, oh, I feel like he violated me. I feel like this. It's always feel. I feel like this. It's nothing to do with, like, facts or anything like that. It's like, I feel like I was taken advantage of. And this is the environment we are in now, and this is why a lot of people, men, are pretty much in the MRA and go their own way and stuff, because if they sleep with a woman like this and then they change their mind the next night, you could be fucking held up for, like, rape charges, or they could ruin your fucking career, right? They just go on Twitter and smear you, right? And so it's like, yes, these allegations are bullshit, but at the same time, Aziz Ansari has been kind of like morally grandstanding, etc. He's been going along with the left's narrative of always believe the woman, etc., etc. And this was all to, like, essentially take down Trump, take down certain Republicans, people on the right. But clearly there's way more sexual assault type things going on, or obviously this is bullshit, but there's actual real cases where there's more assault going on. There's more of this going on in the left, right? And there's a lot more crazy feminists in the left, and they're dating guys that are on the left too. So there's going to be a lot of these accusations happening to guys like this. The longer that they keep up this narrative. So it's people on the left that are going to have to push back against this, right? Nobody's going to listen to conservatives or people on the right. So it's up to you guys to try to, stop this witch hunt, because, 3/4 of the time it's going to be you guys who are going to be suffering for it, right? And this is just going to be pushing more people to the right, because this is what the left does. They alienate their own base, right? I remember I was reading this story just recently about, the Democratic base that are, like, that are kind of conservative, like, they live in a country, etc. And there was this whole piece about it, and, like, I think the Washington Post, etc. And you read the comments, and the people below are like, oh, fuck those guys, we don't need them, they're this, they're that, they vote for Trump because they're stupid hicks, etc., etc. It's like their problems are irrelevant. We don't give a shit about them. And the left, they've completely forsaken, like, men, white people from their base, and it's gonna bite them, right? Bite them in the ass, because they are misreading the demographics, etc. Because essentially after Obama, they were probably like, yeah, we got this in the bag. The demographics are completely changed. They can't win another election, but hey, it didn't happen the way they thought, right? So they are completely forsaking one side, and this is just going to drive more men, more people to the right, and they're shooting themselves in the foot, right? But it's kind of like, it's almost better for the right for this to continue to happen, because, like I said before, more people on the left tend to be doing this type of behavior. So they're going to be the ones who are taking the brunt of this force. But, so yeah, maybe not. Actually, maybe on the left, don't do anything. Just let it continue. So then more of you guys eventually get alienated, and then you eventually just vote for Trump in the end, because you don't want this bullshit to essentially continue, right? But we'll see how this plays out. I'm not sure. It seems like every day there's somebody new and something different, and mixed in with it there's some real ones, real accusations that need to be looked at, but then there's a lot of nonsense bullshit like this that is clearly just trying to smear somebody and ruin their reputation because some fucking anonymous bitch had changed her mind about a fucking date, right? And like I said before, like, this is just moving more men towards like the MRA and these types of things. So this is going to be alienating people, alienating the sexes from each other even more. And this is all this witch hunt is doing too, because now men are like so afraid to interact with women because they don't want to say the wrong thing, look at them the wrong way. This is probably going to stop men from hiring women. But then once they do that, they're going to get criminal lawsuits for being sexist and discriminating against women. So it's like they're going to get even more fucked. And it's like all this does is just driving the sexes apart, right? And this is what the left does. They divide and conquer, right? The right has done this in the past too, but currently this is what the left is doing. They're doing this divide and conquer. This is what this is doing. So it's, I'm kind of mixed, I guess, I suppose, on what to do with it. But in the end, it does need to stop, right? Because, we can't stop. We need to stop, like, attacking each other. And we need to figure out who the real enemy is. It's not, the other sex. It's not other races. It's usually the system that we are living in, the authority, the power structures, right? This is the problem. These are the things that are, forcing us to, do things we don't want to do, etc. And then making us more resentful and angry towards one another. Like, it's the government that forces men to pay for women and stuff, right? And it's the government that has created a lot of these lopsided laws that screw over men, that alienate them from women. So I see a lot of people, MRAs that are mad at women, but it is the system itself, right? And then it's stupid bitches like this as well that are like the anonymous bitch accusing Aziz Ansari that do make other women look bad, right? And then guys see that and are like, oh, women just, I can't even go on a date with them because I'm going to get accused like that. But there are a lot of women who are not like that, and they think what is going on is complete bullshit, and they would definitely stand alongside, people and men who want to change it, right, and try to go back to innocent until proven guilty, like this is what we should move towards, not some kangaroo fucking court, right? So like I said before, though, like nobody's going to listen to conservatives, so this is going to have to come from the left. So until guys like Aziz Ansari and stuff like that start like pushing back against this narrative, they're going to keep getting screwed over, right? And I don't necessarily feel sorry for them because they are within that group. They're going to be listened to more than me or anybody else. But that's essentially all I had to say. And if you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See ya.